All right. Hello. Shalom, everybody. Welcome. 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 May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in Yahweh's sight. He is our strength and our redeemer. And it's in his name, which is his authority, that we pray, praise, proclaim, project, and protect this message. Amen. Amen. Welcome to everybody once again. Thank you for being on with us. And excited to have you on with us one more again. Once again, we give all praise and honor to the Most High Yahweh Elohim. Actually, I'm sorry. Hold on. Well, hopefully we won't have any signal issues. I just realized I'm not near the signal, but we should be all right. But we give all our praise and honor to Yahweh Elohim. We give all praise and honor to him for my wife, the Honorable Maya, who lives a life that's able to be honored. You can check her out on TikTok, YouTube, and our website at BloomNFlourish. Not A-N-D, but the letter N, BloomNFlourish. Thank you, everybody, for being on. And spending some more time with us. And we're excited to all of our family, to all of our friends, to those who agree, disagree, consider what we say to be amazing, try to call it blasphemous, all and everything in between. We're thankful and grateful for you guys spending some time with us today. Shalom, Sister Sonia, Minister Tamara, Brother Clem, Sister Sharice. My son is probably going to come busting through the door in a second. Yeah, hold on. Yes, sir. Hey. But thank you to everybody who's on with us on this evening. Grateful once again, like I was saying, to have you on and to spend some time with us today. And we are going to be talking about if Yah said it, right, then I'll do it. Pretty much that's what today is in a nutshell. If Yah said it, then I'll do it, right? If Yah said it, then I'll do it. I'm fine with it. I'll execute it. I'll believe in it. I'll have faith in it. If he said it, right? Now, if he didn't say it, then that doesn't mean I have to execute or try to act like that's, I'm going to do what somebody said, right? Like, so I've got to be in tune. Don't come to me talking about, Yah told you to prophesy over my life, and what you're saying doesn't add up with the Bible now, right? But if Yah said it, then I'll do it. Right? If Yah said it, then I'll do it. If Yah says that that's what he wants from me and from my family, then I'll do it, right? Because he shall deliver, right? And so if he's going to deliver on his promises, if he's going to deliver me out of all evil, if he has a vision, and he can see things outside of time and space, and I'm stuck in the time-space continuum, I'll go ahead and go with the one who, if he says it and he can see it, then I'll do it. If he's the one that set the blueprint, if he's the one that created the heavens and the earth, right, then I'll do it. And that's something really has got to be your mantra, if you will, right? And this year we're going to live in that which we pursued, right? We're transitioning from just pursuing the promises of the Most High and getting to a place to where we're going to live inside of that which we pursued. Well, if we're pursuing his promises and now we said we're going to start living in his promises, then that means if he said it, I got to do it. This means I've got to know law. This means I have to know doctrine. This means I have to have proper interpretation. This means I have to be willing to do things that others won't do. This means that I might have to give up some of the things. This might mean I might not have as much chance to go down all the rabbit holes I've been going down, right? This means that if Yah said it, then I'm going to do it. If Yah said it, then I'm going to do it. And shalom to everybody who's joining us. We appreciate your time. Thanks for being with us, right? So if Yah said it, not if man said it. Right. I know there's some people, Pastor so-and-so says this, well, that's why you should study for yourself to make sure that Yah said it. Right. That's what we're about. Right. Proper etymology, and the etymology, really the study of the word, the study of Yashvai being the word. Right. If he said it, that's why we're having, our classes, and even the class we're doing tonight. Right. Basic Hebrew. We want to make sure that Yah actually said this. We're hearing people say this is what stuff means. And we're listening to other people say, oh, no, that doesn't mean that. But when you see it for yourself, right, those who took Hebrew characters with us for the first time last night, you probably saw like, oh, okay, I get this. I can see there's an importance, there's a governance, there's a reason why all these characters are in place. If I know all the characters, right, I know what Yah said. Matter of fact, if I know Aleph, Bet, Gamal, like I can go through the whole thing, right? You know, Aleph, the father, who's the source of all. Bet, the son comes out of the source and out of the right family as well. Gamal, you know, humbling himself, Dalit, so that he could become the door, He, so that we could receive the Holy Spirit, Vav, so that he could be, through him being nailed, right? Zion, which gets us to a place where we can cultivate and we can go to battle. Het, that I might have a wall of protection around me. Tet, that I might have wisdom, right? Yah, that the hand of Yah would be able to lead me. Kaf, so that I would be in his, so I would also be in his hands while he's leading me, right? He would keep me in his hands, right? Well, whoever he puts in his hands, nobody can pluck out. Lamed, that I might be able to be shepherded by the great shepherd. Mem, that my spirit, and I might be correct, I might be covered by the blood and have a proper flow in my life. None, that I might become more mature. Samek, that I might be able to plant seeds and even receive the seed of the word of the Most High. Ayin, that I might have the countenance, I might be able to have the proper vision for myself and for others, you know, and might be right, and envision Yah's will correctly. Peh, that I might speak his word correctly to Sade, so I can be a fisherman of men, right? Quos, so I might be able to cut off some things out of my life that are messing me over. Resh, so I might be able to become the head of my own situation and be under the head of all. Getting me to a place of sheen, being able to destroy certain things in my life and also not have to deal with ultimate destruction. Why? Because Tav, I have been marked, I have been sealed, right? Like, if Yah said it, all I got to do is follow it, right? But a lot of people don't know culturally what Yah said. So if we don't know what he said, then we're going off of what somebody else said. If we don't know what our culture is, we don't know what somebody else's culture is. By the way, thank you to all those who are on Patreon and the patrons and stuff. We do have to make sure that we get the videos running a little late, but it will be up for you guys, the video and the picture for today. So if you were looking for that. Also, too, I apologize. We didn't put, well, we did put videos up on TikTok. Remember I told you guys you're gonna have to start looking for Kofi_44, right? We're gonna keep going and going and going. Every time they try to cancel one, they're already trying to cancel stuff now. So if you get a chance, follow Kofi_44 and just go ahead and transfer over there, and you can be with us as we continue to put stuff on YouTube and Facebook and the podcast, right? Don't forget there's multiple platforms you can watch us live, and IG, et cetera, right? So just wanted to put that out there. Make sure that you follow Kofi_44. It's the same thing as up here, just instead of number 3, you're going to use the number 4, right? So this is, you know, I don't say what I used to say as far as being the land of, et cetera, right? But there's a reason why I used to say that all the time, because I know, I comprehend, I get and understand that we operate in a place where even when they try to do that to us, we still keep on moving, right? So it's going to be funny, right? There's going to be people who can come on here one day and they're going to be like, man, y'all with Kofi_4016, man. Shoot, I was with him back in Kofi_42. You know, until basically we get the Patreon going. Once we get the Patreon going with enough people and people start just sharing it with people, yeah, I mean, heck, we might just stay in that little zone, you know, depending on how the Most High is moving, right? But, you know, we'll utilize what the Most High has for us. Y'all continue to pray for us. Somebody said we can go live on TikTok on this channel for some reason. We can't go, well, we can go live on this channel, but we can't post. I can't post anything because somebody said one of my videos was racist, I think that's what they're saying. Of course, TikTok won't, they said it was hate speech, and the video was about a sister who was basically saying, you know, answering the question that was given, where somebody asked the question, name something that white people can do that black people can't do. And she talked about January 6th of last year. So they said that was hate speech. So I'm not sure when I'll be able to post on this channel, but we are going to post some things on Kofi_44. You can go over there. And as we say all the time, you know, just if you can support, if you want to make sure that you can find it still, #FindKofi, right? So once again, though, if Yah said it, then we should do it, right? And Yah has made, you know, Yah gives us so many different things and speaks so many different things in our lives. Oh, thanks, man. Yah speaks so many different great things in our lives, gives us so much direction. He gives us so many visions. He gives us so many dreams. And a lot of times, for whatever reason, we decide that we can't do it. If we say it's from Yah, though, then it means that it's something that we have to walk in faith in, right? Even if you have faith. Now, some people won't even do the works because you don't have the faith. But your faith without works is dead. You can have faith in Yah and however show lack of faith in him simultaneously, cognitive dissonance, because you'll say, I believe in you, Yah. I believe that you're the maker of all. I believe that you can create an environment. I believe that you can do great things. I believe you can do amazing things. I believe that you can do all these amazing, you can create miracles. You're going to pull Yashrael back out. You're allowing Yashrael to go back to Revelation 7. You're allowing Yashrael to be in Revelation 12. You're allowing us to make sure that we get through the sixth trumpet and this second woe. You're doing so many great things. Then Yah says, okay, this is what you're going to do. You're going to do this, and you're going to be able to support your family off it. And you say, yeah, oh, well, I can't just walk away from my job, though. Now, I'm not saying this is a word for this. This is not a word for everybody. If Yah didn't tell you to walk off your job, once again, if Yah said it, so don't sit there and be like Kofi said, walk off your job. So I'm going to do. No. That's not what I said. Right. If Yah said it, then do it. Right. But if Yah tells you something, Yah says, hey, take Isaac, Abraham, take Isaac out there, the son that you didn't think you'd be able to have with Sarah. Go ahead, take him out and take him for a walk. And he's going to be the sacrifice. But he already promised you, right? That I already promised you that he's not going to be a sacrifice, but go ahead and take him out and prepare him like he's going to be a sacrifice. Well, Abraham knows that, hey, you're going to have to prepare a sacrifice. He tells Isaac that. Why? Well, he'll have to prepare a sacrifice because he already promised you that you're going to live. And he's not a man that he should lie, right? So he has to keep his word. Yah will test you, but he's trying to see if you'll hold on to your faith. If you'll do the work, holding on to your faith. A lot of people miss it because culturally, once again, we misinterpret it, right? We go, man, Abraham was dumb or Isaac was dumb. How dare you go out there? I wouldn't have done that. I would have told Yah off, blah, 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 this and that or whatever. Yeah, you would have told the Most High off. Let's see how that would have happened, right? What are my opinion on Ethiopians? What do you mean? That's a very vast subject. Are you trying to say, are they Cush? Yes. Are they mixed with Israel? Yes. Can you read some things like the Ethiopian Bible and it match up perfectly with Paleo Hebrew? Yes. I don't know, though. That's a very vast question. What do I feel about Ethiopians? But if not trying to say it negatively, I'm just saying there's a lot of moving parts to that. If you believe you're Israel, you got to be mixed with Ethiopians because you're mixed with Cush. So a lot of different places we can go with that. Shalom, Sister Beverly, how you doing? Nevertheless, but he says to them, hey, take Isaac out and take Isaac out there. And, when you take Isaac out there, I want to see, your faithfulness. I already told you that nothing's going to happen to Isaac because Isaac is going to be where Israel comes out of. I already told you that you're going to have children that are like the stars of the sky. Right? Okay, no problem. Peace. Thank you for coming by. So I already told you you're going to have children that are going to be like the stars of the sky. Right? So I'm not, if I tell you to take Isaac out and I tell you to even prepare him as a sacrifice, right? If I tell you that I'm to prepare him even as a sacrifice, then what, what am I, why are you afraid? Why are you thinking that I'm going to go back on my word? If I already told you he's going to be where your children's children that are going to be like the stars of the sky are going to come from, you should have faith. Abraham immediately comprehended and understood in faith, right, that, hey, he's already made me the promise, right? Therefore, I'm going to do the work. I'm going to do what he told me, right? The faith statement, go ahead, do this, the work. Continue to move, right? Well, if it is, make sure the Most High told you, Brooke, okay? Or Brooklyn, is it Brooke? I can't even see what Brookie. I don't know, Brookie Cookie, I think, right? So make sure he told you, right? But if Yah told you something, then you got to be on point with it. You got to be able to get to the place where we say, I'm going to do it, right? I walked off my job and make less money, but Yah has taken care of everything. Have no taxes now, have no, have land, have homes, have the ability to travel, right? And the ability to be in my calling 24/7. That started with Yah told me. Yah was telling me when I was a little baby, right? He was showing me dreams and visions even before I knew who the Most High was, before I started going to a church. I wasn't born and raised in church, right? Even though I was born and raised, biblically speaking, with some kind of idea of the Bible, but I wasn't born close to what the culture is, etc., right? Had torn belief system in the house. One person believed, my daddy believed this, mama believed this, right? Even though they worked together well as a team, but had different belief systems, so they didn't even come up with that, right? At the end of the day, oh, you said you quit your second job and haven't missed it. Yeah. Like Yah, if Yah says it, then he wouldn't say it if he wasn't going to provide, right? That's why they use that saying for every vision. If Yah gives a vision, then there's going to be what? Provision. Before I move into what I see, if he told me that this is what you're going to go into and he shows me what it looks like, then he doesn't need to tell me. He doesn't need to tell me this is how you're going to make the money, because whatever I'm doing, the vision is going to bring the money. Remember, you are the ATM, right? I am the ATM. You are the ATM. Whatever your calling is what causes money to come out, right? Oh, you put your notice in today. Okay, amen. Praying for it. Gonna lift you up, right? Praying for you, right? And there's going to come times where everything's going to seem to be on lock. There's going to be dry spells. There's going to be a couple weeks, 3 weeks here or there, right? You better make sure that you aware, make sure that you keep track of those finances and have faith, right? You still got to be a great steward. Matter of fact, I put more time in now for myself and for SOC and for BloomNFlourish and for Changing Lives Initiative and all these different things, right? We put in more in those things for ourselves than we did for the world. We're more dedicated. It takes time to make tinctures. It takes time to forage for things, right? It takes time to make sure that there's a tincture for the month, and so we can have all this stuff together, right? It takes time to learn how to make sure we put these things together. It takes time to put these classes together, right? More dedicated, more focused now. It takes time out of my schedule to make sure I can go 2 to 3 hours live every rising, have half an hour or so in the evening, sometimes an hour, hour and a half. But right now, because the class is half an hour or so in the evenings, make sure that I have, I'm taking care of stuff during the day. I'm filling out paperwork and stuff during the day, still catching up on paperwork that I need to do from last year during the day, right? Having meetings during the day, and still be able to make sure that after this, we go into class to be able to teach Hebrew characters of today's basic Hebrew, right? It takes time. Shalom, Iron, how you doing? Right? It takes time. It takes more dedication, right? So a lot of people go do this and they say, okay, I'm going to leave the job. I'm going to stop toiling and I'm going to get into my work. Well, your work is going to be 24/7. See, my job, when you have a job, you make sure that your job basically is something that you can retire from. Your work is something that you will never stop doing to the day you die. Matter of fact, one of the reasons it's tough to see people on their deathbed is because they're going from their work in here to their work somewhere else. And so their body has actually gotten to a place where they can't do their work here on earth the same way, right? They can't speak sometimes, they can't move sometimes, they can't open their eyes, they can't do whatever. And so that's the sad part, is that they're not able to do their works. Right. So after a certain point, when their body gives up, they can't do their works. That's one of the reasons why it actually starts getting sad to you. When you start going, man, they're not doing the same things. This is what they were called, man. When they used to do this, they made me smile. They haven't even left the earth realm, right? Their spirit and their soul haven't even left the body yet, right? And haven't gone back to the Most High. At the same time, though, you're already thinking about, man, the works. You have faith in the person because their works showed up so many times. The faith and the works married together. So when you get ready to get into your work is different than your job. Your job will set things up for your work, but when it's time to get into your work, more is necessary, right? You guys been with us enough. You already know we're going to have to go from this page to the next page to the next page. We're going to have to figure out a way to be able to get people to flow with us from this to that, to find a way to get on Zoom, to make sure we have one-on-ones, to answer questions, to teach classes, all these different things, right? That's a work. I was doing that when I had the job. I do that if I get any kind of contract. I'm not going to do long contracts anymore because it's not my work. But if the Most High says, okay, you can do that one here or there, provide for your family, something like that. Okay, cool. When I do something for somebody briefly, right, even that has to support the work, the job. If I'm going to toil for somebody, by the way, I'm going to toil, I'm going to have a W-8-B-E-N too, right? But if I'm going to toil for somebody, then that needs to support the work and it can't interfere. So it's going to have to be third shift, or it's only going to have to be part-time. right? It's going to have to be hours during the evening. If I do some contract stuff with you, we're going to have this stuff during the evening, or we're going to have to do something where I only can do it 1-2 hours a day, right? And you still going to have to make sure that you give me my value, my worth, because nothing can interfere with the work. When the work comes first, the work requires so much more than the job. And a lot of times we flip it. We put the job in the front of the work, and the job is toilet. And so the job gets tiring. Somebody asked, where do you get the motivation from? It's being in my work. It's being in my calling. It's being attached to the Most High, the kingdom of heaven being in me, right? I could do this all day, every day. I have to cut myself off because I'm not careful. I wouldn't, if I could, I talk on here 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours a day. Sometimes I come close. Meetings, life coaching, marital coaching, questions, one-on-one, just checking on people, texting, doing things. Like I'm on here all day, the Patreon. That's a whole different set of stuff I have to put together. Now we got Kofi_44. We got to start building up so that when they start messing with this one too much, we can go ahead and be ready to transfer over to the other one. By the way, even setting up trips or the holy days we're doing, October 14th through the 16th, I believe, whatever that Friday, Saturday, Sunday is there, making sure that people come together. By the way, we will be doing October 14th through the 16th, will be the dates, right? For those that are going to be coming with us, and meeting up with us for the convocation during the Feast of Tabernacles. So October 14th to the 16th. So we need to know if you're coming by April the 23rd, and then we'll be able to tell you, hotels and motels and everything. We might give a small list of some places that are in the area, but that'll be on you to be able to find out for yourself and make happen for yourself. If you know a friend or something and y'all want to share stuff, that'll be in between you guys this year. But October 14th to the 16th. And we're looking at a location. We have 3 locations. I don't want to say as of yet because we still need to make sure that we figure out what's going on. But once we figure out the amount of people, and therefore we'll be able to say for sure the exact location we'll be at. And then once we can say that, then we'll be able to tell you how much it costs. So we need to know by April 23rd. We're giving you guys till April 23rd. That's the day after the week of, after the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Okay, so we need to know by April 23rd. That'll be, and we'll have a weekly meeting. That'll be a Saturday. So our weekly meetings we do every Saturday at 1:00 p.m. April 23rd, especially, you need to be on that one. So we can know for sure. We can tell you what's going on. We can ask who's going. We can say we need it by this end of this day, and we're going to take that number. That number will be used to whatever place we get. So if we only hear that, 50 people coming, and we get a place where the limit is, 55 people, and that means there'll only be 5 spots left, right? If 100 people saying they're coming, we're going to get a spot based off of 100 people, which means then whatever we come up with, we're going to try and make sure the price is low. The most we can see it going as far as price would maybe be 300. So that's being able to save from now, right, until then. So and maybe we would ask for, I don't know when they would need whatever deposit or whatever from us. So we'll let you know more details, but just to let you know that is coming up. And now we do have dates in mind, October 14th through the 16th. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So please, ma'am, please, sir, do what you need to do if you'd like to join up with us. We're making sure it's going to be at a location that is pretty easy for everybody to get to. And it'll be handicap accessible. And we'll even though some of you might be baptized before then, we will give people the opportunity. A goal of ours, a prayer of ours, is to make sure we can even have some baptism and stuff take place. All right. So just to let you know that, and thank you so much. So just keep that in your in mind. Keep that in mind. So your wife and you were thinking about the trip, where you can find more info. So we'll have more info on the website eventually. We'll make sure that we at least put the dates on there. If you want to contact me in person, I don't like putting out information as far as where everything is. I definitely not gonna put an address for sure on here, but as far as even the state and everything, we don't 100% know yet. We have a place that we're looking at mainly as a number 1 priority. We got to have some people that are in that area look at some stuff for us, and then we'll be able to give you more information. But once again, we just need right now, make sure, that you let us know beforehand, not just on here, not just saying I'm going to go this and that, whatever. Just also, also letting us, What was I going to say? I'm sorry. Not only here letting us know. Oh, yeah. And letting us know as far as, just let us know that you're coming. Basically, you were interested in coming, but not just interested. Like, we need people. Like, this is something that happened to us last year. That's why we had to do everything virtually last year. That's why we're not going to put it on you where you got to put a down deposit on your hotel. You can take it at hotel, motel, you staying at the house, doing a trailer. I don't know, whatever you're going to be doing. You can do all that on your own. All right. What we need to know for sure, if you say you're coming, we're going to be planning on you coming. The pricing is going to be there. So if we get, let's say we have 50 people, let's just use that as a number. If we have 50 people that say that they're coming, right? If we say that there's 50 people that say that they're coming, hear what I'm saying, Israel. If 50 people tell us they're coming, if 10 of those 50 all of a sudden say, oh yeah, well, I'm not going to be able to make it. That's why we're giving you till April 23rd. So you got from now to April 23rd to go to your boss or to see if you can switch with somebody or to say, hey, look, I've got something coming up. It's extremely important to my family and I. We're going to be at it. I'm not going to be here. And especially if you work, let's say you work Monday through Friday, you take that Friday off. If you work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, take that Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. We're giving you to April 23rd to figure out October 14th through 16th. If you say you're coming, if there's 50 people say they're coming, and then all of a sudden we go, because that means like April 25th, 26th, 27th, somewhere, we want to go ahead and have all our paperwork done, signed, and be ready to start saying this is how much it is for everybody to come. If we don't get whatever it is for the room, that means that now, let's say 50 people say they're coming and 10 people back out, right, was a huge number, believe it or not. That's a huge percentage. That's 20%. Oh, so only 80% are coming now. Then that means that 80% got to take on what's supposed to be for 100% price-wise, right? Or if we have it, SOC, instead of using something to help somebody or maybe having extra money put into Yah's land project, now the extra money we had, oh, well, you know what, we got to make sure we pay for so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so who aren't coming, but we got to make sure that we keep the same thing, right? So please make sure, please, ma'am, please, sir, if you say you're coming, April 23rd, we're asking you by then to tell us for sure, right? So you don't have to tell us tonight. You have to April 23rd, from February 1st to April 23rd. That's almost 3 months, right? We like to be able to give you. And then after that, we'll let you know what the pricing is going to be. We're hoping that it would be no more than 300. That's the highest. So if you're preparing to go, we would not do anything to you, ask anything of you, no matter how much food is going to be given, where we're going to be traveling to, what historical site we might go to, if we have to rent a van or something like that to make sure people can get to and from so that we don't have to worry about people saying they can't go with us or they can't afford to rent a car, whatever. All those things will be taken care of. Within the price, the most it'll be is 300. So if you get a place, you get a little nice hotels.com place and can have your place ready to go. And it costs you $70 a night. That's $140. So the most that would be is like what, $440, right? So that's what we're saying in advance. We want to let you know in advance. That's actually probably a little more than what it was last year. In all honesty, and last year was going to be a really, really, really nice place. So we might have a really, really nice place again, but this time we need you guys to just let us know for sure. If you say you're coming, we need to know 100%, got to be all in. Can't do the hokey pokey, you put your left foot in, take your left foot out, right? And we believe that Yah said this, right? We believe that Yah said it because this is a holy day experience. This is going to be during a whole week where we're supposed to give Yah glory. And we're supposed to have convocation. We're supposed to come together. So the 7th, 8th, so the 8th day is, the first day and the 8th day is when we're supposed to have convocation. The first day we'll do it virtually. The 8th day, we're looking at all being together. So you can join us for that experience. And we're thankful and grateful for you just taking time out. Just be aware of it. And we believe that we're doing it because Yah said it. All right. Not 100% sure if it'd be 300 per person. Once again, we got to find out how many people are going. So I don't want to give an exact price. I'm telling you, that's the furthest we want to go. That's like the highest. I think that would be extreme in all honesty, right? But it depends on how many people are coming, how many people are dedicated. We have connections with people, so we might be able to make this stuff happen pretty easily, right? So, but we just need to know. So we have till April 23rd. Once we know April 23rd, I'll be able to give you guys an exact price. But the most, I promise you, the most is going to be. And I'm talking about this going to cover whatever we do, national park, if we go to a restaurant, if we get catered, whatever it is, the most this is going to cost everybody as far as the event itself for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is going to be 300. All right, that's the most that we're looking at. That doesn't include whatever hotel room, and I also know there's traveling expenses, right? So I'm trying to say that's the most. I'm trying to keep all that in mind, right? And honestly, the more of us that show up, the cheaper it gets, right? So just pray about it, think about it. We know that Yah said it. It's in His Word. We're supposed to keep this convocation, and we would like to not just do it virtually this year, but we'd like to make sure that we meet in person this year. All right. So we thank you. We appreciate you. And we'll thank you so much for being with us or whatever. So April 23rd, we're looking at October 14th to the 16th is where we're going. If you're talking about as far as an announcement, as far as this, no, we talked about in the weekly meeting that we would have a meeting tonight. So the Holy Days Committee got together. We had our meeting. And so we said, we promised that once we had the meeting, we would establish the dates for coming together. And we would get that information out to you all. So that's all we're doing is just getting that information out. So we literally just met about it. We went from 7 to like 7:40, 7 to 7:45. So we just had this meeting. We just had an agreement. We've written this stuff out. We have a plan. And now we're going through with the plan. All right. So, but I'm going to leave it alone here. I'm going to take my leave because we got to get ready for class. So for those who are taking basic Hebrew, I'm excited about that. That's going to be a little stretch for me. This is the first time that I'm teaching it as part of our curriculum. So I'm excited about this. You guys are going to kind of have some first fruit, so to speak, of this. So we're excited. We're thankful. We're grateful. As always, check out my wife, the Honorable Maya, at BloomNFlourish, not A-N-D, but the letter N, BloomNFlourish. You can follow her on TikTok, YouTube, and her website. If you have more questions concerning this stuff, you can always get in contact with us. And yeah, that's it. So we appreciate it. Deadline to join the classes. I'll give one. I would say that we probably don't want to give anybody once we get past 3 weeks into this. So what is this? So February 1st. So we do February 8th, February 15th, maybe like February 21st would probably be the latest that we would suggest somebody take the classes. Just simply because, in all honesty, it's going to be pretty hard for you to catch up, depending on how many classes you're taking on top of that. So, but we do have recordings of this. So even if you missed the first couple sessions or whatever, feel free to make sure that you catch up with us and get the recordings, and you can always ask questions. We can set up some one-on-one. All right. So we thank you very much. We appreciate it. We appreciate the King, Queen, and each and every one of you. As always, this has been Pastor Kofi, Pastor Servant of Christ, where we're always changing lives one mind at a time by being a voice of the voiceless and speaking the unspoken. Please, ma'am, please, sir, make it a point to not only hear what we talked about, but to pray about it and to think about it, meditate on it, so that you can execute, so that you're not only hearers, but you can be doers as well. Thank you so much. And until next time, please remember, as always, that you are loved, you are necessary, you are majestic, you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and you, which is all of us working together, will be the reason why people who are in this system no longer have to be of it. Shalom. See some of you very shortly. Or if I have to wait until tomorrow in the rising at 8 a.m., we'll see you then. Peace.